Follow this routine to get amazing results on Instagram and get people driving to your content. If this sounds right up your street, make sure you subscribe. Did you know there are steps you can take to improve the performance of your Instagram content after you have posted? So if you're thinking of posting and ghosting, then think again. Now, Instagram is a bit more high maintenance compared to other social media platforms. And one of the biggest factors and contributors for your content and your accounts to do well is engagement. So I'd almost say Instagram is almost about 50% content, 50% engagement. The way the algorithm works is when you post a bit of content, depending on the interactions you get within the first 90 minutes, for example, will determine if your bit of content will get pushed out to more people. If not many people interact, engage with your content, then that reach will just come to a halt. Whereas if more people comment and interact, it gets shown to a larger audience, and so on, all depending on the engagement it gets. So for this reason alone, here is your strategy. The first tip I recommend for you to do is to create a story on your story feed and ask a question or some questions based on the post you're talking about later on in the day. Not only does this create curiosity, and build up, but also when people interact with your story content, not only that other people are going to see this, but it's going to help boost your account to more people as well. Especially if you add a location tag to your story post and a hashtag, which I recommend based on your topic or industry or niche you're in. I think by doing this is also a really fun way to sort of like engage with your followers or even entertain them or educate them. So once you've been on Instagram, you've posted a story, and you've also perhaps engaged with some other accounts just so Instagram knows you're on the platform to get ready for you. The second step I'm going to say is after you have posted your piece of content is to like everyone's comments from the previous day. By doing so, all these people are going to get a notification that you like their comment. And by doing so, they are going to check out your post. This is going to give your post that initial boost of engagement it needs to start pushing out to more people. And don't forget I said that engagement, especially the first 90 minutes, does really help boost your post to more people. So following with my next tip, once you've posted your piece of content, you have liked people's comments from the previous day, I want you to hang around for a bit and get ready to engage with people. Like I said, the first 90 minutes really does count. Now, if you can't hang around, then don't stress about it too much. Just post the best time you can when you're free and available. But if you do engage with people, all right, this is really going to help give it a little bit of a nudge. Next tip is ask a question in the comments as the first comment. And basically this is just going to help encourage and entice engagement. And it's a very easy call to action you can do, and you can also add it in the caption. It's called social media for a reason, right? So be sociable, make conversations, build up connections. And this question can be related to the post, it could be something funny, it could be an extra tip or something of value, as long as it's related to the topic or niche, and it can get a good conversation going. Now, if you get any good comments which you think are controversial, entertaining, funny, or give value to your post, and you think it's going to create more engagement, then I really recommend you to pin these comments, because what they're going to do, they're going to help start a conversation going, a lot like you asking a question in the comments. And your ideal scenario will be getting a really good comment and creating a lot of engagement from this. And this is what I love about social media the most, is just how you can build a community and get some really good conversations going with people and learn a new thing or two. And what I want you to do as well is whenever you get a comment on your post, is just to simply reply to it with another question, meaning you're gonna get another comment on your post, all right? And it's just gonna add up and add up and add up and add up. This also shows to the person that you have replied to that you actually care about their opinion, even if you don't agree with it. And this makes you look awesome, especially if you're genuine or provide even more value to the conversation. I've already spoke about, the first 90 minutes is really important for your post to perform better and boost it. So for that reason, if you have any DMs you need responding to, replying to, then go ahead right now. The time is now, because if you interact with these accounts are going to show or get shown your post, because you're signaling to Instagram and the algorithm, you have a relationship with this person, you have a connection, so they should see your content, or would like to see your content anyway. And with that cheeky little tip, I also recommend you start commenting on other people's accounts while you're hanging around on Instagram. Just engage with some other people's posts. They are going to see your new bit of content. And this includes by interacting with people's stories. So what an easy thing to do once you've posted. And it's not costing you anything, just the time which you are on the platform. Now, once you have posted your content, I want you to leave your analytics, I always have trouble saying that word for some reason, alone, all right? And just focus on your next post, because your post does not determine your self-worth and how well you are doing on the platform, all right? I just want you to leave it and move on to the next one, because with Instagram and any other social media platform, right, we got to be not so precious about our content, because once we've posted it, after a couple of days, it gets vanished into another world and no one really sees it, all right? So there's no point holding on to it, all right? So I just want you to create your content, see how it does, and think about your next post and how you can make it better. Yeah, maybe after 30 days, look at your data and your analytics and look at what's working best for your account, what posts are resonating best, the subjects, the themes, the content formats. But don't look at your analytics right away when you do your post. Do it a bit later on and move on to the next one. Because if you're always stressing about your analytics within the first day or first week, right, this is really going to affect like your mental health and your well-being, your self-worth, and you're going to find it very hard to be yourself and create content you like talking about, because you're going to be too obsessed about the vanity metrics. You're going to get imposter syndrome. You're going to compare yourself to other creators whose posts have done better. You then start copying other people in your industry, and then because that's not in line with you and your ethos, your beliefs, what you're all about, you find it very hard to create content. Plus you get a massive amount of stress, and I've been there myself, and in return this makes it very hard to not only enjoy the process of creating content, but because you're getting this unnecessary pressure on you, okay, and making you feel like, this really affects your creativity, and you get like a creator's block or even like a burnout, all right? So just focus on the next post once you have uploaded your bit of content. And, give yourself a pat on the back for putting that bit of content out there in the first place. You've done your posts, all right, and you've done all these other things, and the 90 minutes is gone on that. That's great, all right? Your post is going to last for a few days, and then providing you've got SEO keywords in the caption, like words which are related to your post and the description, what it's about, other people are going to find this piece of content from Google and searching on Instagram, so your post, can be discovered again. But once you've done that and everything settles down a bit, what I want you to do at the end of the day, or near the end of the day before you're about to log off or whatever, I want you then to share, all right, your post to your stories with an engagement sticker or question, all right? And the reason why I say do it at the end of the day, this is where a lot of people make this mistake, is if you share your post straight away to your stories, all right, this is going to make people jump from your stories off to your post, which is great. But if you're posting stories and you're posting maybe 3 to 6, like I recommend, right, there's a very good chance these people are not going to be on your stories, then go to your post and go back in your stories. They'll be done for the day on your stories, all right? And if you want people to, not only looking at your stories, but also at your content, because this is going to give Instagram and algorithm really good signals that you've got a really good account, and in return, it's going to show it to more people. So what I really recommend is for you to share your post at the end of the day, so not only new eyes will see this, okay, on your stories, because it will highlight your stories to people who are following you and to new other people, but also, this allows other people to see other content throughout the day as well. And, this is why I recommended you in the beginning to create a bit of hype about your post, asking some questions, create curiosity, because then at the end of the day, people will see this new post and they'll be like, I get it, I gotta go and see it and I'll check it out, and they'll probably engage. And the bonus tip with that is you can create even more curiosity by adding a countdown sticker the day before on your next post. So you can have a countdown sticker, don't mention the topic, you could give people an option, like what post they want to see next. Do a countdown sticker the day before so people are anticipating you posting a new subject, and create a bit of hype excitement. Then you're going to build up even more hype and excitement in the morning by asking some questions related to the topic. Then at the end of the day, you're going to share your post, all right, when you're done for the day. But also, if you add this engagement sticker, like a question related to it or a slider, when people do that, that's more engagement, going to boost your post and your profile more. So these are some really fantastic ways to help boost your post and your account on Instagram once you've pressed that upload button. And don't forget, during this time when you've posted it, engage with your followers as well from previous posts, reply to them, go on their accounts, and just, interact and be social on social media, because it's called social media for a reason, right? Be social. Why don't you drop me a comment and say hi?